till you sizzle. But what a lovely way to burn. 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 What a lovely way to burn.
Well, now you're going to meet
cool.
the artist. You've seen her dance. Her stuff is absolutely...
Is joining us, and she is participating in this year's Oscars in a very special way. Her beautiful art is being featured in the nominees' bags that all the Oscar nominees get this year at the ceremony. And Susie joins us now. How are you?
Thanks for
Hello.
coming
Thank
today.
you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
We're looking forward to
So your
it.
stuff is absolutely stunning. We saw some of the pieces in the video there. Tell us about your works. It's so unique. What is it that you, tell us about the pieces.
Well, the pieces, I guess I started making sculpture long ago and then started doing tableware when I had children. This is a very good example, I think, of one of my large salad bowls. So there's painting everywhere on it, lots of faces, lots of animals, birds,
And lots
lovers,
of color.
lots of color. And I guess what I would say is that these pieces started to sing out to me that they needed to become sculptural. So the images that were on here started to become sculptural pieces in the forms of masks and figures.
Like this one here.
Like this one here.
This is gorgeous.
Thank
Tell us
you.
about the process, because there's so many different textures and
Glazes
colors
and
and glazes on it.
The process is that it's hand-built. Every piece is hand-built. It's sort of like being in the kitchen with a rolling pin and rolling out slabs of clay, building them up. And I guess I generally start with a face.
I didn't even see the back.
No, I didn't know.
Oh, cool.
These pieces are called duets, and so they all have songs. It's like there's a front and there's a back, and they're singing to each other. So this piece is called Harlequin's Romance, and it's Come to Me, My Melancholy Baby. She's my melancholy baby. Yes, she's
I
my
love it.
melancholy
I love
baby.
that they all have such a backstory. You know what I mean? Like obviously some inspiration and all these things go into it. So there's a story built around. Now we have to talk about the Oscars and your participation. The motion pictures. Tell us about this. First of all, how did it all come about? How did they approach you, or did you approach them?
I guess I was sort of discovered. I was discovered in a contemporary way on Google.
Wow, really?
The internet.
I mean, it's just awesome. And so I received an email, would I like my work to be presented to celebrities?
And you said, would I?
Well, at first I wasn't sure. I was busy working on this show of sculptures, and I was asked to have work for the Latin Grammy Awards. And I was Googled on Mexican pottery, looking for Mexican pottery.
Interesting.
And I came up because I've been to Mexico and I make pottery. Just
Isn't
came
that
up.
weird?
It's like magic from the stars.
Now, I'm going to let you
Right.
open this, because my mom has a lot of your
Clumsy.
pieces at home, and I know I've broken one before, and I don't want to repeat.
So this is what we decided on, rather than the Latin Grammys, was the Oscars, and these pieces are being presented to the nominees in the top categories who don't win Oscars. So it will be for best actors and actresses, supporting actors and actresses, directors.
So you're going to get people like
And
Viggo
Nancy.
Mortensen, Johnny Depp, all the whole Kate Blanchett is going to get some.
Yes.
Okay, open
unless
it
they
up.
win.
I was
And
going to
so-
say, if they win, they get some
and
sort
they're
of cheap
called,
gold statue.
They're called motion pictures.
Yeah.
After motion pictures.
So
Yes.
cool. And
And-
did you use film as inspiration when you were making the pieces, or?
I would say, yes, this would be Catwoman from Batman, but no, that's not true. I made work that's about my work, and I wanted to present it as
It's
a
so
special
beautiful.
gift to them. And as are my duets.
Oh,
They all
cool.
have something different on the back as well.
Now, your
Very
stuff
cool.
is functional. I know I have some of your coffee mugs at home. Now, is this the kind of thing that you could use as a vase or use as a picture? Is it functional?
Absolutely. This could be used that way. It wouldn't even leak. It's got a nice
It
little
wouldn't
base
even-
for it. Yes.
Perfect.
So
Well,
pretty.
and gorgeous. And we have to talk about this. This is part of your upcoming installation?
Yes. I'm going to have a show at the Seymour Art Gallery in May, June. And I am making a series of life-size figures. There are 9 of them, like the 9 muses. And actually there's 18, because as you turn it around,
This has got 2 faces as well?
This has got the same thing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
How much work goes into this? I mean, because Fiona was talking before about all the different glazes. There's paint, there's different glazing techniques. They must take forever to
They take quite a long time to make. I have been working on this body of work on and off for the last year and a half.
Very cool.
But I do other things.
And
no, we didn't even talk about the tap dancing.
I was going to
yes,
ask whether this is one of the pieces in the tap dancing.
This is the piece that I end up with where I'm like kissing the people. Yes.
Where does the tap dancing come in? Is that something that you've just picked up? Because your shoes don't look very functional for tap dancing.
Not very, Susie.
My shoes, I love shoes. I tapped when I was a little girl, and I took it up again 6 years ago. And when I was making these sculptures, I had this idea of the sculptures sort of coming alive with a tap dance. It's sort of inspired by Donald O'Connor kissing Marilyn Monroe in There's No Business Like Show Business. And the statues come alive. And I thought, how fabulous would that be? So I asked my choreographer, friend, dancer, Jim Hibbert, if he would choreograph a piece for me.
Very well-known
We worked on
dancer.
it. Yes, we worked on it for a year and a half. And I decided it should be in a film format for my show because I can't be there tapping 24/7. So I have Dave Henderson, who's a young filmmaker. He did the film for me. Kate Henderson did the still shots that are in the film.
And that'll be part of the installation as well, the actual film as well?
Yes, and the sculptures
Really cool.
that I dance with. That will
Very
be
Well,
beautiful.
Susie, a pleasure to meet the artist
Thank
behind
you.
the beautiful work. If you want to pick up some of Susie's pieces, you can find out more about her on her website. And if you happen to be nominated for an Oscar and you don't win, you will get one of her motion pictures, so don't worry about it.
Losing never felt so good
It's
at the
true.
Oscars this year.
We're going
Susie,
to take
thank
a
you
break,
so
and
much.
when we return, you're going to find out what a social acupuncturist is. And if you need to learn how to flirt, you'll want to stay tuned too. So cute.
I don't think you need to learn how to flirt.